We'll begin, sir.
Yes, sir. We can start now.
Yeah. Good afternoon to all the participants. I welcome you all to the fourth day of this webinar lecture series on biotechnology concepts to practice. Today, our speaker is Mr. P.S.M.Parthasarathi, who is currently a sales manager in aquaculture, feed and medicine, Essence Porting Corporation, Chennai. He has also been the team leader in aquaculture feed in Godrej Agrovet, Vijayawada. He has been the technical head, Ganesh Aqua Farms, Sirgali, Tamil Nadu Executive Technical Farm. He has been in production and quality in agri-marine seafood exports, Thiruvattriyur, Chennai. He has visited various countries like Malaysia, Singapore, Uzbekistan, and Indonesia, and has a vast experience in the field of aquaculture. With a small introduction, I request today's speaker to share his knowledge with us. Over to you,
Okay,
sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good afternoon, friends. Good afternoon. I am Parthasarathi, speaking from Chennai. First of all, I would like to thank the whole management of Sathyabama University, Chennai, for giving me this opportunity to share my views on nutritional fulfillment through aquaculture. And I would like to thank the head of the Department of Biotechnology of Sathyabama University, Dr. Ramesh Kumar, Dr. Narendra Kumar, and organizing secretaries, Dr. Tyagarajan sir, and Dr. Masilamani Selvam, who was my classmate. Thank you, friends. Thank you, friends, for giving me this opportunity. Now, I'm going to start the nutritional fulfillment through aquaculture. Yes. First, nutrition for living organisms. Yes, we are also coming under the heading of living organisms. There are single cell to human being, we can say. So, if you take types, means plants, animals, and human beings, we are coming under the living organisms. All of us are need the nutrition to lead a healthy life. So if you take plants are sedentary. It cannot move here and there for their food, and these plants are autotrophs. It can produce of their own food on their own by the process of photosynthesis. Everybody knows it. Anyway, based on the environment, based on the climatic conditions, the plants can be cultivated, and presence of the plants also will be there based on the environmental conditions only. For example, coconut trees are there, rice is there, rice, capsicum, chilies, coconut trees, bananas are there in South India mainly if you take. But if you take some other countries, or if you take our North India also, there Kashmir, Simla and all, we can find apples. We cannot expect those apples in our Tamil Nadu, south part of Tamil Nadu and all. But some hill stations like Ooty, some areas may have apples, because that needs cold climatic conditions and some special fertilizers. So based on the nutrition only, we can find plants over there. But fertility of the soil is playing very crucial role in healthy plants. For example, if we can say the smell of soil when there is rain starting, that at that time we can find some smell from the soil. That is not from the soil, the presence of the organisms giving that smell. If you go to the barren land, if you go to some desert, means you cannot find those good smell when the rain starts. Okay. Then if we come for nutrition for animals, yes, nutrition for the animals and comes under heterotrophs. It cannot produce their own food. It should depend on others for the food. Either it may take only plants, herbivores. Carnivores means it will take only animal food, animal origin food. Omnivores will take everything. Those animals can move here and there for their nutrition. Wild animals, everybody knows, living in the forest, and they take their food on their own. If you take house animals, some pet animals, you take house animals, we are raising dairies, cow, we are raising hens, we are raising rabbits, we are raising rabbits and fishes, everything we are raising. We are only giving the necessary food for them. When we raise cow, we should give that green leaves and all. Anyway, nowadays we are all faster now, so we are not giving enough adequate food for the house animals. We are not thinking anything about its feeling and all, because we are giving artificial feeds and some green leaves for cows. It's giving milk, but that insemination we are doing for house animals, that is, I won't accept that concept, because when a child forms, means Tamil poet have written already that inbathai karvakinal pen, that means child should form from the happiness of the mating. Happiness of the mating should only give child, not only the insemination scientifically it is correct, but the child born because of that insemination may not have that strength, or may not have that all the characters as per the when we compare with the naturally mated child. So we should stop insemination. For that only our youngsters have supported and organized a protest against the insemination, that is taming of bullfight in Tamil Nadu Jallikattu. So we should not support insemination. We should have only natural mating with male one. Then if we come for human being, yes, human being, we are deciding ourselves. Nutritionists are there to help us and guide us. What are the things should be taken and what are the should not be taken. In that, human takes everything. உலகம் பிறந்தது எனக்காக, that is, that means whole world is for me. Every one of us can say, because we are eating everything. We are eating all the plants, we are eating all the animals, that is, start from chicken, mutton, and beef, pork, everything we are taking. Everything we are taking for our happiness. For our happiness, we are taking all the food based on the countries. Food culture are different. If you take China food culture and China's food tradition, may be the best one in the world, because that is having more varieties of food items. That is diversification in food items is complete natural food. Nowadays, every countries have started mixing chemicals with food items, so that is harmful for our health, but we are not bothering about that. And balanced food, yes, balanced food means when we take the food, when we talk about nutrition, the balanced food should come in, because the food with protein, carbohydrate, and lipid. For example, if you take India, they will take rice, that is giving carbohydrate. We are going to mix with dal, that is red gram, that will give you more protein. And if we mix it with ghee, that gives lipid. If body meets the requirement of these three items, protein, carbohydrate, and lipid and cholesterol, lipid in the exact formulation, we can take smaller quantities only. If you take without ghee, if you take only rice, and if you take only rice, the appetite will be more. If you take dal and ghee, appetite will be fulfilled immediately. So balanced food needs food. And yes, private Private companies are natural food. We should, when we talk about nutrition, we should think and talk only about the natural food, not anything about the artificial food which are floated by private companies. Private companies, they are releasing all these products only for their profit, not for our health. They are not concerning anything about our company, like the government giving freebies. Freebies won't strengthen the society. It will not help society to come up, but they can strengthen their vote share in the politics. Only for that only they are giving. Cooking, yes, cooking also is needed. Somebody are cooking with spices in our India. Some countries with only salt they are taking, and the chicken and all like that. And we some raw food also are being eaten by Chinese are taking almost all the reptiles, everything. They are good only, but without cooking food is good only for the health, but for pregnant ladies and all. And at the time of some virus, if any food items, live food having virus, if it is having tendency to affect human being, then there will be problem for human being if you take it. Otherwise there will not be any problem. So anyway, we have to concentrate on cooking food only. Okay, right. And now India's natural catchings. Yes, with this introduction about nutrition, we are entering into our title and our field of aquaculture. India's natural catchings. India catchings almost 3.69 million tons per year. That is from sea and other inland sources. Inland sources means small reservoirs, dams, some bigger lakes, rivers, everything are there. We are continuously doing catching in that water sources also, and from sea. Western coast having higher potential. Yes, India having western coast and east coast mainly. That Bay of Bengal is comes under east. That Arabian Sea comes in west coast. West coast means west coast having higher potential, and Tamil Nadu coast giving more fishes than other states in India. Previously, Gujarat was the number one. Gujarat now it is in second. Tamil Nadu first. Gujarat, Karnataka, Kerala, Maharashtra are toppers. These fishings, catchings are being done by some trawlers, some mechanized boats, and so many ways are there for deep sea technology. Deep sea catching fisheries technology also has been developed very well, and we are now exploiting our sea potential very well. And still, it is to be continued to more with latest technologies. Yes, east. If we compare with the east coast, western coast is giving higher. Whatever may be the reason, there are so many times in a year we are finding some cyclones. Yes, cyclones and all some problems, natural calamities. Based on that only, that fish sources has been damaged. That's why the west coast is standing first. Then coast, that east coast is destroyed by LPG, means liberalization, L, P, privatization, and G, globalization. One Bangalore fisheries professor have written in his release that LPG, that liberalization, privatization, and globalization have damaged the west coast for a higher level. So based on that, central government took all these things into their consideration, and they released a bill that it is to save the wetland conservation. Hello. Is it audible? I think some interruption.
Show your video, sir.
Audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You
Okay,
can
right.
start.
Okay, right. If we see that over exploitation and indiscrimination usage of the natural resources, that is, we are not able to save coral reefs. Also, we are seeing a lot of news in the newspapers and the television that we are not able to save the coral reefs, which is occurring beautifully in Gulf of Mannar also. So we have to take more care about the nature for more profit. We should stop dumping of pollutants. A lot of plastic bags and plastic wastes are being dumped into the sea. Hello, is it audible? I am not able to see the video. Hello? Hello?
You are audible.
Audible? Okay, I'm not able to see the video. Are you seeing me?
Yeah.
Okay,
But
thank you.
the slide is not clear. I think it's a net problem.
Oh. Anyway, let me continue. So next problem. Okay, right. Now, shall I continue now?
Yes,
So,
you can
Mathuraman?
continue.
Yes, okay. Fishing holidays. Yes, we should not take anything easily, because we should not take anything. Government is having good plans to save the nature. Fishing holidays also they are giving to save juveniles and fingerlings, because it can grow and it can give more weight, more biomass than if we catch it today. That fingerlings and juveniles, a lot of juveniles will be there, so biomass will be lesser. But if we give good fishing holidays, then it will be good. So West Coast government have announced that June 15 to July 31, and East Coast April 15 to May 31st. Every year, this period will be announced as fishing holidays. There will not be any fishing in that areas. Second one. And but whenever the government takes some steps to save the nature, people also should support that, because nowadays, now we are in corona holidays, corona lockdown period. Yes, government started that in the period of March. At that time itself, a lot of people involved in fishing, they told that this 21 days lockdown also should be calculated into the fishing holidays, because they are asking us to reduce the fishing holidays. They ask us to change the fishing, because in that lockdown to do the fishing.
Sir, kindly unmute yourself, sir. Bottom left there. Yes, sir. Yes. Now we can hear you, sir.
Yes, yes, I have done it.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You can press full screen and we'll go there, sir.
Sir, are you okay now? Hello?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Problem is when you're speaking, there is a small lag. Maybe you can cut your video, sir. You can stop your video so that.
No videos I have, only.
No, sir. Your video, sir. The camera.
I think now it's okay.
Now it's okay?
Now it's okay, sir.
Okay, I have changed the net's connection.
Yeah, then
Okay.
it is fine, sir. Then it is
Okay,
fine.
sir. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. India catching almost 3.69 million tons per year. In that, fish dominates with 2.89 million metric ton. Crustaceans 4 lakh and 4.41 lakhs metric ton. Mollusk 3.3 lakhs metric ton. And algae 18.6 ton metric ton. 6,000 metric tons. Yes. In fish, if you take red tooth trigger fish, 2.74 lakhs metric ton, and lesser sardine comes second with 1.7 lakh metric ton, and oil sardine contributes 1.45 lakhs metric ton. Still, more effort we should put for inland fishing by stocking, because we are having lot of hatcheries for fishes and prawns. We can buy seeds from hatcheries, and we can stock in our government all the reservoirs. So many reservoirs are there in all the states of our country. In that, we have to all the reservoirs and some dams and lakes, we should stock intentionally with higher docking density, and we have to do the culture in that also to increase the natural catchings. And Gujarat, yes, Gujarat and Telangana, yes, Telangana is also doing very good, because they also have started buying seeds from hatcheries and do stockings in their reservoirs to increase the fish production. Gujarat, yes, Gujarat also having lot of wetlands and salt lands along with the coastal belt of Gujarat, having lot of salt lands. In that lands, government almost 10 years back, yes, Mr. Narendra Modi was the then chief minister of Gujarat. He started giving for lease for the farmers, giving those government lands for prawn farming. Now they are doing more areas in that government sites, because it is charging only 500 rupees per acre per year. So we can take for lease, and we can do the culture in the like that. All the states should do that. And no one land should be occupied by no one water sources, and nearby government lands should not be occupied by any people, because in India so many areas is being occupied. Because 10 almost 15 years back, Dr. Rajasekhar Reddy was the chief minister of Andhra Pradesh. He was taking back all the encroached areas of Kolleri Lake. Yes, Kolleri Lake may be the biggest one in India for freshwater sources. In that also, there were a lot of encroaches. So we should stop that. We should be more responsible. We all should be more responsible in saving the government lands and water reservoirs to increase the production. Yes, world catchings. If we have a look on world catchings, worldwide, almost 179 million metric ton is being harvested, is being catched from the water sources, natural resources. 50% from China, Indonesia. 50 means out of 179 million metric ton, 50% of those, that volume is comes from only China, Indonesia, Peru, India, Russia, USA, and Vietnam. These countries having very good fish sources in their water, in their sea water areas. Anchovita, the fish, with 7 million metric ton, stands first. Alaska pollock, 3.4 million metric ton, and skipjack tuna, 3.2 million metric tons. It stands 3, and a lot of varieties are there. In this 179 million metric ton fishes, that elasmobranchs, that is fin fishes, crustaceans, molluscans, sea algae are the main contributors. Still, some lobsters are there, some ornamental fishes also there. So everything is contributes almost 179 million metric ton per year. Yes, world production. World, yes, total world is producing aquatic animals is doing the culture, the farming. World produce almost 116 million per year, million metric ton per year. In that, China 20 lakhs metric ton almost it is producing. It was producing almost 5 years, 5 or 6 years back. It was producing up to 20 lakhs million ton. Some resources are saying that. Suddenly, that disease, EMS, early mortality syndrome, came in. Almost that EMS problem gave almost 90 percentage of the farmers to face the loss. It forced farmers to face loss, and that problem and that disease spread to Vietnam, Malaysia, Thailand, and almost it have entered into our India also. Because whenever we are going for higher potential or more intensive farming with higher densities, this kind of problems will be, this kind of diseases will be arised. Yes, that then water quality management. Water quality management means effluent treatment. When we release the water, when we release the pond water into the reservoir or some water resources, we should treat it before releasing into the canals, because we all should have the effluent treatment plant in our farm to treat our effluents in our site itself before releasing it into the source, water source. Because when we release poor quality water into the reservoirs, when we pump it again, that poor quality only will come into our farm, and it will do the huge damage for our culture. And ESA, in that sense, ESA is doing very good effluent treatment process. Every farm should have the ETP system, and should treat their land, treat their water in their land, and then only it should release into the water. Now, China have started to give more restrictions and more strict instructions to the farmers to have good ETP to treat the water. China, as it had, as it went for huge intensive culture, later they faced loss and they are not able to produce now. They have now reduced the stocking density, and it is almost importing more than 50% of their requirement to eat prawns. And the problems, the world productions is being affected by this kind of more intensive farming and more small farmers. And small farmers, and those small farmers will not be able to have good technologies to identify the problem, and they may not be able to invest more to adopt all the technologies. So the main problems comes from small farmers, and using of antibiotics it was being used by all the farmers, big farmers and small farmers. But now all over the world there is very good restrictions and severe instructions from the government of all the countries regarding using antibiotics. India have almost stopped using antibiotics, because that is CAA, Coastal Aquaculture Authority of India, have given all the rules and regulations to stop antibiotics. Now in India, no one of us is using antibiotics. And to confirm the quality of the farm produce, some countries having all the countries now have started implementing some practices, that is BAP, best aquaculture practices, and ASC. Now it is that ASC, that aquaculture, 1 minute, Aquaculture Stewardship Council, Aquaculture Stewardship Council, and CAA of our India have given good instructions, and the countries which are buying, and companies which are buying the pond produce, that shrimp and all, they are insisting to insisting to implement all of their instructions through that BAP certification and ASC certifications. Is giving lot of inputs to manage their farm without any diseases, and how we should do a healthy aquaculture. That kind of instructions are being given. So this kind of certifications are directing us to a good position, good position. Yes, in this production, world production, almost 116 metric ton, million metric ton per year. In that, 82 million metric ton of fish, crustaceans, and molluscans. These three, fish and crustaceans, molluscans, and these three contributes 82 million metric tons. 33 lakhs metric ton of algae, 26,000 metric ton of ornamental seashells and pearls are being cultivated. Then Asia, that whole production in the world, Asian countries, China, India, Indonesia, Vietnam, Bangladesh, Egypt, and Norway, Chile, Taiwan, and Thailand. These countries are producing almost contributing almost 89% of the whole world production. So we all should be more responsible in running our farm to increase the pond production and to increase the good profit. Yes. Now India, how much it is producing? India produces now 7.6 lakhs, 7.6 lakhs metric ton of shrimp. That is good growth we have seen in the past 10 years, because previously it was almost 1 lakh ton only. Now it is almost 7.6 lakhs metric ton of shrimp is being cultured in India. Now not using any antibiotics, and government regulations, government also supporting in very well manner to increase the production. One is that RGCA is producing good quality seeds and supplying and doing more researches on seed production, and the CAA regulations, Coastal Aquaculture Authority regulations for hatcheries and farms, because all the hatcheries and farms should follow their instructions properly, and they will visit adequately for having the good fencing and ETP system, and bird fencing also. Bird fencing, because bird fencing only can stop contamination of other ponds by some white spot disease and all. So MPDA and state fisheries and NFDB, these three institutions are giving lot of money for entrepreneurs to start farming. NFDB also gives funding for new projects and new researches to do that. CBAS also, it was funded by them only. And NIOT, National Institute of Technology, have conducted a trial-based cage culture in our Indian coast. CBAS, that means CBAS and all has been cultured in cage culture manner. Then live feed development is being done by RGCA, Artemia Culture, and SIBA and SIFA. These institutes are doing more surveys in the culture areas and doing more researches on SIBA, that brackish water aquaculture, that in the Central Institute of Freshwater Aquaculture, SIFA, are doing more researches for to increase the production, farm production. Then Fisheries Ministry, yes, new Mr. Narendra Modi government, that central government have announced to form a new ministry for fisheries. So expected for getting more funds, and new universities is being launched by new universities for fisheries is being launched by so many state governments in Tamil Nadu. Last within 5 years, Dr. Jayalalitha Fisheries University has been opened newly in Nagapattinam, and CAS, Center of Advanced Study in Marine Biology of Annamalai University, Sathyabama University. CAS is helping so many farmers by giving good consultancy, and Sathyabama, you see this kind of 6 days. Then previously also the ornamental fishes, this kind of meetings to give good awareness for the people to invest in aquaculture. And the Central Institute of Fisheries Education at Bombay is giving more support to the farmers. Other state also, Andhra Pradesh is supporting very well, and now Tamil Nadu government have announced a lot of subsidies for newly started aquaculture ponds by giving more subsidies for buying and construction of ponds and promoting aquaculture for funding also. And AP, Andhra Pradesh stands first in our whole production of 7.6 lakhs metric ton. Andhra Pradesh stands first with 4.6 lakhs metric ton. Gujarat 57,000 metric ton. Tamil Nadu 43 lakh 43,000 metric ton. Odisha 37,000 metric ton. West Bengal 23,000 metric tons, and others. And the other states also contributing little bit for our production. Fish production. Fishes means mainly carp, major carps, that katla and rogu, mrigala are being cultured, and pangasius. Yes, pangasius now giving more contribution for our aquaculture fish production. Mainly these fishes are being produced in Andhra Pradesh and West Bengal and Odisha only now. Those three states are giving good volume of fishes. 60% of the total production from freshwater only. So still there are a lot of scope to utilize coastal belts with marine water. So we have to concentrate on that. Aquaculture contributes 46% of the aquatic animal food. Means out of 100%, means if we take 100 kilos from of aquatic animals, 46% of them comes from culture, remaining from natural areas. Okay. Now it is fish culture. This in fish culture in India, fin fishes, katla, lebo rohita, and Sirinus mrigala are major carps was dominating almost 10 years back in Indian industry, but now pangasius have emerged as the number one species for farming, for doing farming. If you take fish culture, I can explain like this, that nursery, yes, seeds should be stocked in, when we buy from hatchery, we should stock all those seeds in nursery ponds for 9 months. In 9 months, it will grow only 1 centimeter maximum or 2 centimeter maximum. In that, it is only for conditioning. It should face all the climatic conditions, which are withstanding those climatic changes in climatic conditions in 9 months only, will be passed out to the growth systems. In growth system, major carps means almost one piece per meter square. That is 4,000 per acre we are stocking. But pangasius, we can do almost 10,000. That is up to 2.5 pieces per meter square we can do stocking. And for fish culture, mainly we were using cow dung only. Means that natural feed means DRB, that de-oiled rice bran, and that de-oiled cakes from coconut oil mills and groundnut oil mills, those used for the feed. And cow dung, yes, cow dung and superphosphate and all will be mixed, and it will be thrown into the water for boosting of phytoplanktons. The cow dungs and all, it is being used. Formulated feed now, yes, now for pangasius mainly we are using formulated feed, so it is giving good results, and we can save more time instead of spending in buying some natural feed did not give any, because a lot of wastages will be there when we tie in the bag in the farm, in the ponds. There will be a lot of wastages, feed wastages. But now, after seeing that newly formulated feed, wastage has been reduced. Previously, 5 pieces, that is almost 20,000 pieces per area it was stocked. Then some diseases, some problems were emerged. So now only we have reduced the stocking density to 2.5 pieces per meter square for pangasius. Major carps still still 1 piece per acre, 1 piece per meter square. then we should do good management practices, means at least 2 years once we should dry the land for fishes. Every culture, if we do it, that is good. If cost wise it is not viable, means at least two cultures we have to dry the ponds. Without doing the drying only, we are making as ourselves to face disease problem from the pond. Then still in Vietnam, almost 25 pieces per meter square Fungaceous culture is being done with good aeration technologies and all. So we also can try for that new technologies for Fungaceous to increase the production and for good profit. These carbs, major carbs and Fungaceous are being consumed mainly in India only, not much export. And now we newly the government is doing more researches and on culture of sea bass, and now only they are making some hatcheries also to produce seed for doing farming, that lattice calcarifer and Channa stratus and Pampanos and cobia are being cultured, and cobia is being cultured in cage culture also. So new varieties of fishes also will be introduced into the culture shortly, with good hatchery for seed supply. Yes. Crustacean culture, Macrobrachium rosenbergi. Yes, previously Macrobrachium rosenbergi mainly in Andhra Pradesh gave good profit to the farmers. Nowadays there is no good culture, very lesser production only we are doing in India now. That Macrobrachium rosenbergi also we should have nursery first. When we buy seed from hatchery, we should stock first at least for 2 months in the hatcheries and nurseries. Then from the nursery we should transfer it to growth system. In growth system we can have 2.5 to 3 pieces per uh, meter square. Low protein feed is enough for scampi, almost 27-28 percentage of protein. Feed with 27 percentage of protein is enough for doing culture. And 2 plus 4 months means 2 months in hatchery nursery pond, and after that changing into the growth system. 4 months we have to wait, then we can start doing batch harvest, means every month, every 25 days or 1 month, 30 days we can do more harvest batch wise. Immediately we can do the shifting from nursery to growth also. For if we harvest today 1,000 pieces, immediately we can stock, we can shift the fingerlings from nursery into growth. So continuously at least for 2 years we can do continuous stocking and continuous harvest. It was helping so many small farmers. They could develop their financial status by using this scampi culture. And female, yes, in that scampi, female pieces will carry eggs, so that will not give good weight gain for profit. Only male pieces used to give. But in Israel, there was a sound that Israel having the technology of producing hybridized scampi can produce only male seeds. But in India it has not been implemented. We are not sure about the technology also, but they told that Israel is having that. Good for small farmers, yes, small farmers, because investment is very lesser. We need not to have any aerators and all. Only the 1 feet 1 meter depth water is enough. Water also only, but only in fresh water we can do Microbrachium rosenbergi scampi, not in salt water. But here also we did so many poor practices in culture, because we did not use any probiotics to keep the pond water clean, and it was not managed properly with good zeolites and probiotics for good water. And here also they will not dry even for 3 years, 5 years also they will not dry. Without doing drying, continuous culture, because of that only some disease, some virus raised in that poor management only. Now it has eradicated almost scampi culture in India. So whatever the culture it may be, we should go with good guidelines from the government. We the farmers and the technicians should follow the proper guidelines of the government to earn more money from the culture. If we go for higher density, if we go for poor practices, means we are only going to lose the money. So we all should follow the government instructions to do the good culture. Crab, yes, crab culture, grow out system with fencing, good grow out system, like earthen ponds only are being used for crab also, like scampi and fishes, with good fencing, because it can run away from the farm. That mainly the trash fish and bivalves live feed only it is being given now. There is no much demand for any formulated feed, but anyway it will be developed. Scylla serrata and Scylla tranquibarica are being cultured mainly in India. Shrimp culture, yes, shrimp culture. Shrimp is the main species. Shrimp is the main part in aquaculture production, because 10 years back we had Penaeus monodan. Now it is Lithopenaeus vietnami. The culture practices almost same, one or two points may be varied, because a tiger needs higher protein feed. Venami somewhat fine percentage lesser protein feed we can have. Otherwise, in culture practices, there is no much differences between Penaeus monodan and Penaeus venami. Hatchery, yes, there are innumerous, almost 500 hatcheries are there in India to produce hatchery. This is the biggest industry. Shrimp culture industry is the biggest one in aquaculture production in India, all over the world. Hatchery, yes, we are having so many hatcheries. They are producing seeds, and if we are going to buy the seed from them, first we have to select the good seed by conducting small test, that water willing test. If we rotate the water in clockwise direction, that those seeds should move against our water current, then only it will be considered as a good quality seed. Then if we satisfied with the physical parameters of selection, then we have to go for PCR test, polymerase chain reaction test. It is to predict any effect of white spot disease. If there is anything, means then we can find it out with using PCR test. We have to conduct, so many labs are available to have this test. And packing should be done properly. Then it should be transported to the farm areas. If we for farm site selection, it should be good electricity facility should be there, and water source should be there. Either it should be from brackish water, that is, either it should be from natural resources, or bore water, because bore water now we are doing so many. And then all the farm, every farm should have the effluent treatment system. And bird fencing plays a lot of roles. You see, now we are saying no, that isolation, self isolation, like that only we all have to do bird fencing in the name of isolation. Because birds, that crows and some other birds, will come into our pond. If there is any white spot disease in our pond, some birds will come and carry the white spot affected shrimp, and it will drop in a good pond in nearby areas. To avoid that, we should have bird fencing first. And some dogs also, dogs also will come and take bath in our farm, and it will carry the virus of white spot into other farmers that will take bath in other farms also. So to avoid that, we should have good monitoring of security and all. Every pond, if you have 10 ponds, means in a farm, means every pond should have the central sludge removal system. Yes, center of the pond, we all should have the pipe towards the outlet to remove. Because when we have all the four sides, you can see here, you see the aerators here. Four corners of ponds will have the aerators. In the first picture you can see that aerators will be in the margins, four corners of the pond. So when we have water current around the pond, inside of the pond, the sludge will be forced to settle at the center of the pond. So center of all the pond should have a pipe system with foolproof pipe system with motor to pump out the sludge from the bottom of the pond. That then outlet should have, should have the outlet for harvest grow out system. That grow out preparation, actually this 1 minute. Yes, sludge, that sludge layer flowing. When we are going to do the start culture in grow out ponds, that pond preparation means we should dry the pond first cleanly. After drying, we should remove some sludges will be dried. The top layer of the pond should be removed off by the manual power to ensure good removal of that some organic matters, dried organic matters from the pond. So we can remove it first, then we can go for ploughing. Yes, ploughing should be done 2-3 times to expel out the toxic gases which are inside the land. Yes, then we have to check the pH of the pond, and soil pH we have to test, and we have to set the pH by for 7 pH by adding lime. That burnt lime we can add to adjust the pH. Then we go to do the pumping. First you can see that ploughing and all it is happening. Then pumping, first water we have to pump at almost 1 meter depth. Then we have to add liming. Then we have to add lime and some probiotics for plankton development. So initially we should have the good phytoplankton and zooplankton development before going for stocking. Then if water culture is over and water quality is good, we have to go for seed stocking. That PL 8 to 10 will be optimum for good stocking. Then feeding, immediately after stocking we can start feeding of small crust feed. That feed we have to start feeding 3 times 4 times a day. We have to give feed. Almost now 37 to 40% of protein we feed with 40% protein is being given for banana. Apply probiotics for development. Yes, continuously every week we have to apply plankton probiotics for good plankton development, because it will consume the organic load in the pond and it can give nitrogen for good plankton growth. And we have to, and pollution removal also. That probiotics will remove the ammonia pollution by converting it to nitrogen. Center sludge removal system, already I have explained about that. Central sludge removal every week we have to do with good pumping, and there should not be any sludge in the pond system. And frequently, every day, almost every day, morning and evening, we have to test pH of the pond water, oxygen content of pond water. It should be based on the oxygen level. We can increase the number of aerators and the time of aerator running. And ammonia should be tested almost 5 days, once in 5 days. And alkalinity we can test at the time of starting, and after that every 15 days or every 1 month we can test for alkalinity. If we have some alkalinity problem, all the areas will not have this alkalinity problem, but if we have it, then we have to go for testing of alkalinity also. And harness we have to test adequately. So these tests should be conducted very clearly to give the good management practices for aquaculture. Shrimp culture, yes, proper feeding should not be there. Some people what our when we I can tell you very clearly that if we want to do aquaculture, the entrepreneur, the owner of the farm should be almost there not visiting, you can stay there to give successful culture. Otherwise, if you rely on some employees which they may not do properly, because if you do feed, what they will do, 4 times we have to give feeding 4 times: morning 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock, afternoon 2 o'clock, and evening 6 o'clock. We have to 4 times we have to feed do feed for Vanami. Those tigers will, what will do this, they will take 20 kg, means they will dump in your place. They will dump in your place. If they dump they have to sprinkle all the feeds all over the pond, peripheral areas only, not center, because sludge will be collected in that area. We have to do good feed practice. Feed is the major feed plays major role in success of the aquaculture, because if you do not manage feed properly, that will make you face huge problems, because some stuffs, they may dump all the 20 kg feed in a place, because laziness, because of the laziness they may dump. If they do it within 3 days or 4 days, pond will be damaged hugely with high protein deterioration. Yes, monitoring for security, already I got told, bird fencing which should be there, and dogs should not be allowed to enter into the ponds to avoid some contagious diseases. Not contagious, spreading one pieces, already I have told you, one piece, if white spot affect, that prawn affected with white spot is dropping in our other ponds, means that also will get white spot, like our corona now. And timely harvest, yes, we have to verify the price. If we can wait, then we can wait for good price. Otherwise, we have to monitor daily, then go for timely harvest with good profit. Processing, yes, in Vanami, almost in India, 25 pieces per meter square is being stocked. Previously, tiger means only 2.5 pieces can, sorry, 10 pieces per meter square we can stock. Now 25 pieces we are doing moderately, but in India also doing almost 50 pieces per meter square also doing, but they are facing some problems. 25 pieces per meter square can be done without any tension and good profit also. And processing for export, yes, almost Vanami shrimps are being exported to other countries. Consumption in the India is very lesser quantity, so we are exporting. Still, we have to develop good market for shrimp in India. And it is being sold to it is being exported to other countries in so many forms, means head on, as such means whatever we are collecting from, we are simply wash it, and they are exporting. That is one policy, one type. And headless, they will remove only head, so headless pieces will be exported. Peeled means totally all the head and shell of the abdomen also will be removed, only flesh of the prawn will be exported. And in some types, that peeled prawns will have the intestine, that intestine also being removed now. So these types of, and one another types of export also is being done by processors, removed, and intestine removed. And ice slabs, that is being, for example, 1 feet by 6 inch by 12 inch tray they will have. They will arrange all the prawns in that tray, in that plate. Then they will add ice water, they will keep it in the freezer, they will make a slab, ice slab, ice slab with prawns, like our bricks using for construction, no, it will look, that ice will look like brick with prawns inside that. So that ice slab system also, that IQF, yes, good technology, individual quick freezing. There will be a conveyor. If we keep our pieces individually in that, all the prawns will have ice around them. So every piece, individual pieces will be covered with ice, and it can pack like our mixer and all for export they are doing. Yes, now we have to do more upgradation of technology in India for doing biofloc culture. Biofloc means Lithopinis vanami, I told no, safely if we want to do in India means 25 per 25 pieces per meter square only we can do now. But bioflok culture, adding of more probiotics and more carbon in sources, we can do almost 150 or 200 pieces per meter square in Indonesia, China, all the countries are doing now. So slowly, India also learning that technology to implement in India also. That will help us to increase our production to the huge level. Yes, we are waiting for that. Yes, molluscan culture. Molluscan is edible oyster. Edible oyster is being cultivated in India. So many countries are doing it, but in India, very lesser quantity, very lesser quantity. Mainly some institutions only I can, I think, but it is helping some farmers to do oysters. Rack culture system they are using, and in the natural resources only they are doing now. And mussels, yes, mussels also doing in pole culture and rack and raft culture methods. Mussels also being cultivated. Some species I have given here: Chrysastia madracensis, the oyster, and Chrysastia grahites and rivularis species, and Sarcostria cuculata, that oysters, these species are being cultured in India. And mussels, Perna viridis and Perna indica and Mytilus species also are being cultivated in India by using pole culture method and rack and raft culture methods. Molluscan culture, clams, yes, blouse. Clams, we have to, yes, clams and all will give good taste. There are so many hotels giving sandwich, clams sandwich bivalves. So we can concentrate on doing culture of these clams also. Venurupsis species, Meretrix species, and Mercentrica species. Mesentrica species and Anadra species are of clams are being cultured in India, but very lesser quantity. Yes, in India, with through rack culture only they are doing it. Yes. Then seaweed. Yes, seaweed is a very good, interesting title to study about the seaweed. In India, uh, seaweed culture we cannot find in so many areas, but some areas have started it. The species of Laminaria japonica and Sargassum fusiforme and Gracilaria porphyra, Gracilaria species and porphyra species are being cultured. Floats with rope system, that is the successful system for seaweed. China, that if you take the whole world production, China, Korea, and Japan, these three countries are contributing almost 80% of the whole production. They are concentrating that much for seaweed culture. In China alone, it is producing 26 lakhs metric ton per year of seaweed they are producing. In India also, yes, Gujarat, that Gujarat Livelihood Promotion Company with CSM-CRI, is when Mr. Narendra Modi was Chief Minister for Gujarat, that GLPC, that Gujarat Livelihood Promotion Company, along with CSM-CRI, they started doing culture. Now only they have started doing it. So within 5 or 10 years, it will be expected to have more seaweed culture in India. In Tamil Nadu also, that Pepsi company, that cool drinks company, those companies those companies started in Tamil Nadu areas only, but now they are trying to stop it. I don't know what is the problem. Then aquaculture nutrition. Yes, if we come for nutrition from aquaculture, fish nutrition means that fish, prawns, mollusk, that is sepia and other pieces of bivalves. Lot of aquaculture species is being eaten by us. In that, fish contributes almost 17% of the total animal protein. 7% of the total protein. Animal protein. Animal protein means whatever the animals protein sources from animal, that contributes, fish alone contributes 17%. 7% of the whole proteins, that is including plant origin also. Every single person adult needs 60 grams of protein per day for our good health. 50% of the daily necessary protein can be contributed by 150 grams of fish. Almost 30 grams of protein is being taken by us from eating fish of 150 grams per day. Every day we cannot take fish, and other foods also we got to take. But anyway, 60 grams of protein we need a day. Fish is rich in calcium, phosphorus, iron, zinc, iodine, magnesium, and potassium. Very rich nutrients are available in fish. Average world fish consumption is, yes, average per head around the world. If we take every single person is taking almost 20.5 kg of fish, seafood per year per head. But in India, 5 kg we are short. We are taking only to 15.5. So 5 kg we have to improve per head per year. 5 kg means, you see, 150 crores of people are there in India. Almost 750 crores of kgs of fish, seafoods should be produced to meet our daily requirement. It is giving good health for us. Then seafood contains functional components that are not present in the terrestrial organisms. It provides vitamin A, B, and D, also omega-3 fatty acids. Vitamin A gives good vision and it is boosting the immune system of our body. Vitamin B helps energy production through metabolism. Vitamin helps to have good metabolism and energy for energy production. Benefits of seafood. Seafood contains functional components that are in the, it provides vitamin A, B, and C, yes, boost in system. Omega-3 fatty acids, that is the specialty of eating fish. This omega fatty acid lowering the blood pressure and regulates the heart rhythm. Yes, these omega-3 fatty acids healthy brain function. It helps us to have healthy brain and infant development. When we have baby in the womb of ladies, that vision development and nervous system are being developed very good by this omega-3 fatty acid during the pregnancy period. We can avoid tablets, because for all the things nowadays doctors are giving tablets only for the pregnancy ladies also. We can avoid by eating fish, good fish. Yes. Then baby's optimal development needs selenium, iodine, and DHA occurs exclusively in fish only. Eating DHA must, yes, that DHA is that DHA should be eaten by all the pregnant ladies, that is last 3 months of the pregnancy period and first 2 years of baby needs must, it is must for them to take fish for having the DHA. Yes, seaweed chemical composition is seaweed chemical composition is very close to human blood plasma that purifies our blood. So if we take seaweed, our blood will be purified, and calcium content of seaweed is almost 10 times of the milk. Then it is alkalizing the blood. Yes, nowadays we are taking so many acidic food. Even if we cook this fish also in some fry pans or some material or some parts, means it is not good. It is earthen parts should be that. Earthen parts only will help us to have good alkaline food. So whenever you go for eating fish, you use earthen parts to make your curries. Alkalinizing the body. Yes, eating seaweed making our body more alkaline. Nowadays, yes, corona period, it is COVID-19. What the tablet is being given is that hydroxychloroquine is being given for the patients which are affected by that is corona. That hydroxychloroquine is going to alkaline your body. Those who are having good alkaline blood and good alkaline body may not get this corona effect, because acidic nature of the body only is prone to so many diseases. Alkaline body will never be exposed to the any diseases like this viral affection and all. So if we take seaweed, our body will be alkaline good to the nowadays we are taking some cool drinks with huge sugar level. If we take these cool drinks and all, it is more acidic, highly acidic it is. Immediately our body components will see what these people have eaten, some toxic has taken. So immediately it will test it. The pH of the cold drinks will be very lesser, so it will be much acidic. It will try to affect our body. Immediately our body immune system and the endocrine systems will take will make our body alkaline by taking calcium from the bone. Our bone, it will go to that, that our body system will go to the bone and immediately take more alkaline from the bone to nutrify, to nullify this acidic effect of this cool drinks. So we should avoid taking cool drinks and all. Then that because of taking acidic food only, acidic cool drinks and all only, our bones are becoming more brittle and we will not have strength in the future. So we should avoid cool drinks and all. Soft drinks, yes. Antioxidants. Antioxidants, everybody knows it is giving good immune system and it is agent for anti-aging. Even in the age of 50 or 60, you can look like younger. Yes, nowadays we are using so many creams, so many facial creams for our beauty. No, it is not needed. If you start taking good seaweed, at least daily, at least once in a day or three times in a week, we can avoid buying of beauty creams, because the seaweed will give you a lot of beauty. Then beauty and that your skin will be glorifying. Like I think you can stop using some beauty creams. Yes, detoxifying. This seaweed, if we take more, means the toxic compounds will be expelled out. Yes, we used to take ginger for this process. So seaweed also doing the same. Obesity, yes, obesity. The presence of iodine in seaweed is helps us to have the good function of thyroid glands responsible for health metabolism. By regulating thyroid, it is doing health metabolism system. Then minerals which are present in the seaweed acts as electrolytes to break the chemical bond that seals the fat content. That it will break the fat that fat bond to expel it out and to solve the problem of obesity, so you can become more leaner. So seaweed meal for animal feed. Animal feed also are being for prawn feed. We are using fish meal that is made from fish, and here it is used for animal feed and fertilizers. That is seaweed. We also can use seaweed meal for animal feed and fertilizers making. Seaweed bath. Yes, we used to take bath, steam bath. Like that, by having this seaweed also, we can take bath to solve the problem of rheumatism and arthritis that is related to bones. And agar media, we can prepare agar media, which is acting as a media main media for culture of bacteria and fungi in the laboratory level. Yes. Now, opportunities in aquaculture. Yes, in India, um, aquaculture is the more fastest growing industry. Yes, because I can say the year of 2000, yeah, the year of 2009, India up till then 2007, India used to produce only 80,000 tons of prawns. That was at that time that tiger was there, black monodon species were there. But then after the introduction of Wanami, now we are almost producing 8 lakhs tons per year. You see how fast we have grown in doing aquaculture. So lot of job opportunities, lot of business opportunities are being given by the aquaculture field now. Then technology, yes, what we have to, huge opportunities are there for entrepreneurs to invest in technology upgradation, which are being used in aquaculture. For example, good aerators, that good blowers we need, and to produce more in a acre. For example, in hectare, if you produce 2 tons, to increase that production, we can implement bioflak culture system. That needs huge technology. That technology, in that technology only, we should try to invest more money. So entrepreneurs having very good opportunities to invest more money in aquaculture through technology upgradation, which will boost up the yield of aquaculture. Okay, right. New feed technology for cost reduction. Yes, cost of feed should be compulsorily reduced for successful aquaculture, because that uncertainties over the success of aquaculture is very higher. So to reduce that, so in that situation, critical situation, the reduction in cost, so we should find, or we should formulate new feed with good technology for cost reduction. Yes, nowadays we are all talking about organic aquaculture. Yes, organic aquaculture means without using any chemicals, or any artificial feeds. Artificial supplementary feeds are being lost, being used hugely. So we should concentrate on developing organic aquaculture. Utilization of sea coast. Yes, there are lot of lands are being wasted by not doing any culture in our India. So many areas has been encroaches occupied by some people, because when Dr. Rajasekhar Reddy was the chief minister of Andhra Pradesh, the Kolleri Lake, he tried to remove all the Kolleri Lake encroaches. So that kind of thing should be done, and it should be allowed immediately to take up by farmers to start production of aquaculture products. Then wide opportunities for entrepreneurs in all the departments of fisheries. Clam culture we can do, oyster culture we can do, seaweed and crab culture we can do. These are all not having good. And this, hello, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Okay, right. I think you are not able to see the slide. 1 minute. Yes, in that opportunity, if you see the opportunities, social challenges must be reduced. Yes, there are a lot of objections from society for starting aquaculture ponds in agriculture areas. That should be minimized by the government and our experts. Boost of sales. Yes, eating of prawns, it is not reached so many villages of our India. So we all graduates and entrepreneurs should increase the sales of uh, shrimp or some other fishes by having easy technology to store it, because now we are adding ice and we carrying boxes and all. It is very difficult by, if you see the ice cream and all, we are doing with freezers and all very easily. So that kind of easy technology should be implemented to boost up the sales of shrimps in village level areas. Daily we can, production and sales should be can be increased to huge level by investing more in aquaculture field. So these are the opportunities in aquaculture. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for that elaborate talk of yours.
Yes.
You are giving different aspects to the student community
Okay.
with relation to aquaculture and the different opportunities that students have in the future.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the elaborate lectures. Of course, we have a lot of questions, sir.
Okay.
Due to short of time, I don't want to disturb you with the questions. Maybe the participants can mail the questions to sir.
Okay, definitely.
Sir, can you just provide the your mail ID in the chat box, sir?
Yes, I can give you now.
In the chat box, please put your mail ID, sir.
1 minute. Where should I write here?
Yes, sir, on the chat box, sir, to everyone.
Okay. Can I write now?
Yes, sir, please, sir.
I'm not able to type now.
Uh,
Chat. I should press
click,
that
yes,
chat
sir.
chat.
Yes, sir. Please
1
click
minute.
on the chat box.
1 minute. Yes,
And
I will write now.
Yes, sir, please, sir.
Yes, I have given it.
No, sir. Maybe you have given it to a single person. Please pass it on to everyone, sir.
No, I have given for everyone only I have given.
Yes, sir. Yes, I can see that, sir.
Yes, can you see now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, participants, for your active participation today.
Okay.
So, sir has given his mail ID. It's psarathi.sap@gmail.com. Kindly post your queries to sir, and he'd be happy to answer. Thank you for the session today.
Okay.
And tomorrow, please join us same time for a presentation on herbal plants conservation through biotechnology techniques by Dr. Bastian Churchill. Thank you,
Okay,
one and all.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.P.S.M.Parthasarathi,
Thank you.
for your
Thank you,
nice
Dr. Masala
presentation.
Muniselvam. Thank you.
you.
Thank you for opportunity. Right.